Hello, everybody. So I know that we are to discuss what Fraser and Burton and Sawyer have to say about risk and also resilience. So I want to start with Fraser, and I like his definition of risk because it says it's any influence that increases the probability of harm and the onset, which is onset, or contributes to a more severe state or maintains a problem condition. And I also enjoy Fraser's definition of protective factors, which are both internal and external resources that modify risk. So it appears to me that risk and protective factors, they do work hand in hand together. Um, and hopefully parents are utilizing their protective factors to keep their children from risk. Sometimes that happens and sometimes it does not. Moving along to the other part where talking about resilience, my understanding of the concept of resilience is that all aspects of a person's being play a role in their in the person's ability to be resilient, whether that be their community, their family life, their home, religious beliefs, their culture, self-esteem. To me, that is definitely important and that plays a part in that person being able to be resilient. And based on what I've read, certain situations and background circumstances can put children and people at risk, and there hopefully is a positive situation that can help them overcome those adverse effects in their life. So when I think about children that I have come in contact with through um, doing investigations of families, it's to me it definitely appears that some children are able to use their own internal protective factors in order to minimize the risk that they are experiencing in the home. There are times where we have to remove children from the care of their parents because the parents lack those protective factors and try to put the children in more positive situations where they're able to rebuild uh, from the effects of the adverse situation. So, I know that there is a lot that goes on with risk and resilience, and it appears to me from the readings that there is no complete agreement about what risk and resilience is because it's always ongoing. There are certain or different circumstances that can happen within a family, within a community, within our even our nation that can be, that can cause more risk. Um, and then when it comes to resilience, in my mind, that there are certain things that can happen that come about that brings about um, resilience in children and in communities to be able to overcome those adverse effects. So I guess to me, it's just like an ongoing process. There's always going to be risk for something, and then there's always a way that someone is able to overcome those situations. One of the things that I have experienced is a family that I worked with where there were four children in the home. Two of the children were able to developmentally they were able to apply those protective factors and was able to function and move through life without too many disruptions and without a whole lot in regards to their behavior, where their siblings, on the other hand, were very disruptive. Their behavior was sometimes out of control. So, I it's an individual thing, and yet it is a collective thing. So, I hope that I get some positive feedback from some of you, or whatever the feedback is. It would be definitely great. Thanks for listening. Have a good